Welcome aboard Carnival Conquest. Ranked as the best carnival ship for budget travelers in December 2024, the ship has plenty to offer. And I'll take you on a full walkthrough tour of the ship, so sit back and relax. As soon as you get on board, you are met with a shiny, decorative foyer, which Carnival calls the Artist's Lobby. I took this trip in December, which came with some extra charms. This grand space is your source of hourly entertainment, home to trivia, music, and even veterans appreciation. You could regularly come down here just to check out what was happening, and you'll always find something new every hour. I don't know which facility you were most looking forward to see, so I'll just go up to the top deck and work my way down. Here on the top deck, the 14th is a water slide. And no, I didn't slow down the video. I think you are supposed to lay flat. But anyhow, yeah, let's see what else is there. Facing the loungers and towards the front of the deck, you will come across Serenity, an adults-only retreat for guests 21 and over. I don't know if this was intended, but this adults-only area was identifiable with these greenish blue cushioned loungers that look different from uncushioned blue loungers found across the ship. This side of the ship was always much quieter with rarely any kids. Yes, at times you might see one or two. There are two jacuzzis here, but one's currently occupied, so let's walk over to the empty one to dip a finger to get a feeling. The best advantage here would be the least crowded space with a forward-facing ocean view that looks out to your destination. Now, as you climb down to deck 12, you'll notice one side is a regular deck open to everyone. On the Serenity side, you'll find more loungers and these cove-looking lounger beds should you prefer slightly closed space for your sightseeing. Note, the passage to the other side is blocked off because that area leads to a kids' playground. This is Camp Ocean, the ship's complimentary daycare for kids ages 2 to 11. I was slightly over the age, so I'll substitute with what I found online. Alright, let's continue venturing past the chessboard and a ping pong table. There's a bit more of deck 12 on the other side of the ship, so let's continue. So here on aft of deck 11, you will find, shack, a basketball court and a pickleball court in a somewhat tight space. Moving up to deck 12, the highest point of the aft deck, you will spot a mini golf course scattered around the iconic Carnival whale tail, the funnel. Just try not to be directly in front of it when it goes off. Alright, let's continue exploring deck 11. I'm currently on a jogging track which equals 1/10 of a mile per lap. Here behind the whale tail, you'll find cruisers' favorite small activity, the cornholes. Now, let's once again jump or zigzag across the ship to see rest of deck 11. This is where you'll find a spa and a sizable gym featuring ocean views and even free weights. And the best part is that there are free complimentary dry and steam saunas open to all. Many cruise lines charge for this, so this definitely was a big joy. Stepping down and outside to deck 10, you'll find our first smaller pool right next to the endpoint of the water slide. The upper space here at deck 10 is a good middle point to everything from hot tubs to both pools and the big screen. You'd still have a good view of the screen while relaxing, but not so close that you'd have to run away from Godzilla. As you walk down on the starboard side, you will find the ship's smoking area, which covers this entire area all the way down to that white staircase in the distance. And all the way down by the staircase, you will find my second most favorite food venue of the ship, the complimentary old-fashioned barbecue. They got chicken, pulled pork, and beef, all of which were fantastic, with the pork being my personal favorite. If you'd rather not walk through the smoking area, you can go by the port side or use the stairs up from the buffet. Just make sure not to take the wrong staircase, which takes you to the Point Steakhouse, which is $52 extra per person. They do have a few steakhouse entries for a $23 charge at the main dining rooms, should you prefer. Moving further back, you'll come across a picturesque spot for some sunset watching. You can also find a sneak peek and a shortcut to Deck 9, but we'll come back to this because how could you possibly resist a spiral staircase to the main pool, right? Located right between two bars, you'll find the ship's main pool along with a towel and life jacket services. Also right by the pool is Blue Iguana Cantina that serves burritos, arepas, and tacos for breakfast and lunch. On the other side, you'll find Guy's Burger Joint, the ship's most popular and my #1 recommended complimentary venue that serves burgers and fries. Alright, let's head inside to Cezanne Restaurant, the ship's buffet with endless salads, cheese, protein options, and a variety of cuisine. This would be your go-to place for desserts, pastries, and breakfast as well. I hate to break the news, but you can't just grab as many eggs and bacon as you wish. By midship, you'll find the complimentary deli serving hot dogs and a variety of sandwiches, which were great. On the other side is Bonsai Sushi Express, which serves sushi for a nominal fee. But to be honest, this was one of rather disappointing food venues. Now, in addition to your usual cruise drinks and coffee stations, you can also find Pour Your Own Beer or PYOB station. Interesting. You can continue your way to find the first swirls for dessert. And in the aft is Pizza Pirates serving pizza from breakfast till late night. This would be my top 3 recommended food on the ship. By the ferry back, you'll find a bar, hot tubs, and a pool. And right next to it is a 4-fee venue, Seafood Shack. This, along with the sushi, was a bit disappointing. Instead, settle for another round of ice cream right across. This is where you'll find the shortcut staircase we saw earlier, so you can easily rotate between sightseeing from indoors and outdoors depending on your mood, perhaps with an ice cream cone in your hand. Alright, let's move past the stateroom decks to Deck 5, the Promenade Deck. By the very back side, you will find multiple spacious lounges set with a stage. You might be able to tell these lounges' primary purpose is not sight watching. There are only a few windows and they are not large panoramic windows. Nevertheless, you will find neatly organized small spaces to relax in, such as this piano bar. As you move toward the midship, you will come across what Carnival calls Impressionist Boulevard. Past the Alchemy Bar is indeed a lengthy boulevard filled with various invitations for fun, such as the ship's nightclub, the arcade, which will surely have the kids begging their parents, please. Wow, it's shiny in here. You'll also find a whole ecosystem of beautiful decorations. Initially, I wasn't aware, but this was created by the ship's culinary team. Meaning, yes, they are food, but don't eat them. Who knows how long they've been sitting there, right? As you continue, you will come across another shortcut staircase to a deck below, but let's finish Deck 5 first. Here, Club 02 is a place for teenagers ages 15 to 17. And right next to it is the Coffee Bar, for fee venue with coffee and sweets. Ooh. Alright, let's walk by the merch shop to find our dreams and illusions. Here by the bar is the ship's casino. In addition to your usual slots and tables, whoa, are they trying to make my head spin? They got coin pushers, which are relatively common, but claw machines and cut for cash machines? Phew, they really tempt you with loads of cash. I mean, 5K. Alright, I managed to resist the temptation. But to tempt those who are coming from the forward, they also have similar sets of temptations here. First, they got plushies and candies to tempt the kids, and adults alike. Then they got tech gadgets and luxury watches, perfumes and bags, in addition to flash sale. If you survive all of that, you are finally brought to the Grand Foyer on the 5th. The only thing ahead of the foyer would be the ship's main theater, which covers the 3rd, 4th, and the 5th deck. Let's once again use the spiral staircase to reach the 4th deck. Here you will find the ship's photo gallery should you prefer to keep your memories in a physical form. For a price, of course. You will also find a very small library hosting numerous board games and some books. Yeah, not a whole lot, but some. There's Circle C right next to it where 12 to 14-year-olds can cruise, chill, and connect. By the midship is one of 2 main dining rooms, the Renoir restaurant, which spans 2 decks. This is the one you are assigned to if you choose My Time Dining schedule. Now, because of its location, you will have some passengers walking through the restaurant to get to the other side throughout the whole day, even during dining times. From Renoir restaurant, use the 4th deck hallway to get to the other main dining room, the Monette. On the way though, you can find a gallery conference room available for rent. The public restroom in the hallway was very modernized, even equipped with a Dyson hand dryer. I mean, compare that to my stateroom restroom. Phew. Continuing down the hallway, you will come across the shortcut staircase that we saw earlier from deck 5. But to be honest, there's not much at the lower deck here. Right at the bottom is Alfred's bar. Hiding behind the bar is Dream Studio should you want some professional studio photo shoot. Is that you, Alfred? Socrates, maybe? And then here's the ship's other main dining room, the Monette restaurant. It also spans over 2 decks and hosts passengers who have the traditional set dining schedule. 2 dining rooms have the same menu with the only difference being the location, but I'm not really sure if the location is of any advantage. Alright, let's walk through the Renoir restaurant to get back to the Grand Foyer on deck 3. Right at the entrance of Renoir restaurant, you will find the ship's small art gallery. On this ship, instead of having a dedicated art hallway like on some ships, they have many art pieces scattered around the ship in smaller quantities. Wait, that tree looks familiar. Well, let's finish up our tour of deck 3. Here you will find the guest services desk, but don't be shocked no matter what you see. Don't forget the shore excursion desk too. And this kiosk can help you check your balance at any time during the cruise. And finally, through the doors by the guest services, you can find an outdoor space that is rather bare bones. And this is the ship's another smoking area, which happens to be right by the cruise smoking area. Pretty cool, eh? This is a useful space should you want to do some pier watching as well as pilot watching, my favorite activity on a cruise. In case you're not sure who pilots are, that's him. They navigate larger ships in and out of their port. Phew, thank you once again for guiding our ship safely. The only thing below is the gangway, which will take you outside to the land when you are docked at Port of Calls. If you like to see my personal experience of little joy and a lot of disappointment on this cruise, click here to see my cruise vlog. Thank you for watching and goodbye.